He's been a sire analyst for CMEX, purchasing bulls across Ontario and in the north central United States, as well as in the United Kingdom and Ireland. Prior to becoming a sire analyst, he enjoyed many successes as a professional fitter, working for some of the top breeders around the world. His judging assignments have taken him to 20 different countries. Karskaden has judged numerous shows in the US and Canada, including the 2009 Royal Winter Fair Red and White Show and the 2008 International Holstein Show at World Dairy Expo. He remains active with the youth programs throughout Canada. He promotes youth involvement in the CMEX Walk of Fame, which he coordinates each year at the Royal Winter Fair and World Dairy Expo. And he and his wife Linda have 3 children, Craig, Lauren, and Colin. Please welcome our judge, Brian Karskaden, with a nice round of applause. Again, this class in the ring will be the Spring Heifer Calf, and these exhibitors are aged 10 and under.
How old you are. You are 6. 5. You 7. You know how many teeth you were missing?
Testing 1 1 2 2. Testing 1 1. Testing 1 1 2 2 1 1. Okay, Megan, you're watching
Testing, Pat Smart, testing. Entry 102, spring calves, entry 102, please come to the show arena. campgrounds. A couple of housekeeping things here. Out in the campgrounds, with the people with the following campers come see Dennis or Karen down at the show ring today by 3 p.m. if that's possible. License plate number 84279. It's a Shasta camper. Camper J3787. It's a J-plane camper. 14155. It's a lead trailer with living quarters. And license plate A8231. It's a Pace Aero Sundance. Please come see Karen Vanderwerf for myself, Dennis, down at the show palace by 3 p.m. Thanks.
Our judge has completed his placings in the Spring Heifer Calf. The winning entry is entry number 107, Linvale Reality Miley Red, exhibited by Cole, Ava Campbell, and Royce Booth of Plymouth, Wisconsin. And second goes to entry number 112, Oh My Dempsey Molly, exhibited by Chase and Willow Omekin of Abbotsford. And now to Judge Karskaden for his comments.
Well, what a pleasure it is to be here to judge your championship show today. And what a beautiful class to start this show. Seeing all these young exhibitors out here, I told every one of them that I couldn't show as well as these kids do. I'm not sure I show as well as they do today. But they've done a great job out here, and what a nice set of calves it is to start. Young lady, if you'd lead off, if you're done your photographs here. This red calf that leads the class, what a lovely calf from one end to the other. She's so long in her neck and so very feminine throughout. She has an advantage over another really good calf in second place in that she's longer in her body. She's longer in her neck. I prefer the way she handles her hind legs today at all times and just slightly cleaner down through the bone of her hock over this beautiful balanced deep-bodied calf following out in second place. And the calf in second over another similar calf in third. Just more added depth today, more depth to both her fore and rear rib. She handles her legs slightly better than does this very correct calf following out in third place. And the calf in third over this dairy calf in fourth. She has more width all the way through. She's wider through her muzzle, wider through her chest, wider all the way through, more spring to her midsection than this beautiful dairy calf walking out in fourth place. And the calf in fourth over the larger calf falling out in fifth. I think she's just more correct throughout today. She's more balanced throughout. She carries herself through her top line. She's sharper up through her shoulder, and she's more correct through her hind leg than this big red calf falling out in fifth. And the calf in fifth over the black calf in sixth. Just a little better show condition today, showing more angularity, more quality throughout than this strong black calf following in sixth. A real nice class. Congratulations.
For those of you that were marking your catalog in that class, reading down your catalog, entry number 101 did not show. 102 was fourth. 103 and 104 did not show. 105 was sixth. 106 was third. 107 was the winning entry, Linvale Reality Miley Red. 108 and 9 did not show. 110 was out. 111 was fifth, and 112 was second. The class now in the ring is the Spring Heifer Calf for the Open Show. The All-Wisconsin Trophy sponsored by Burwell Holsteins and the Wally Benke family. The Reserve All-Wisconsin by Kepke Farms, and the Junior All-Wisconsin by Colby Hirschleb.
Okay, you're in charge.
Judge Carscat has completed his placings in the spring heifer calf class. Placing third in the class is entry number 208, MS Generation SK Cha-Cha, exhibited by PHL and M. Nelson of Ellsworth, Wisconsin. Second to entry number 207, Seamers Braxton Alexa, exhibited by CJJJC and L. Seamers of Newton, Wisconsin. And the winning entry is entry number 204, Seamers Gwyn Glam Thissup, exhibited by CJJJC and L. Seamers, Newton, Wisconsin. And now to Judge Carscat for his comments.
Well, another real nice class of calves here that does contain our winning pair of calves from the last class that are in the top 5 here. But this first two, I can't deny them this top position today. They come to the top quite handily for me. And the black one gets over the white calf today just on her overall balance and correctness throughout. She's wider all the way through, showing me slightly more spring to her rib. Sharper, just a little stronger up through that shoulder region, and definitely just a little more width of muzzle over this real pretty calf falling out in second. And the calf, white calf in second over the smaller calf in third, uses that overall size and scale to get over this extremely correct calf. She's longer from head to tail. She's a calf that shows me just a little more style on the move than this extremely correct foot and leg calf falling out in third place. And the calf in third over the red calf in fourth. A little more width of chest today, more spring to her barrel today, just a little more depth to that forerib over this pretty red calf falling out in fourth place. And the calf in fourth, as I talked about in the previous class, showing more length to her neck, more length throughout, and just handling her hind legs better than this extremely strong, correct calf falling in fifth. And it is the correctness of this calf in fifth that takes her over the much bigger calf in sixth. She has an advantage in the way she handles her pins and her thurls today, and just the way she handles her total back end over this long dairy calf falling in sixth. But a real nice class. Congratulations.
For those of you that are marked for catalog, in the spring heifer calf class, there were 14 spring heifer calves. Entry number 201 was 14th, 202 was 10th, 203 was 6th, 204 was the winning entry and first bred and owned, Seamers Gwyn Glam Thisup, exhibited by CJJJ C&L Seamers. 205 was 7th, 206 was 11th, 207 was 2nd, and the first junior, Seamers Braxton Alexa, exhibited by CJJJ C&L Seamers, Newton, Wisconsin. 208 was 3rd and the second junior for PHL&M Nelson. 209 was 9th, 210 was 8th, 211 was 13th, 213, 14, 15, and 16 did not show. 217 was 12th. And the two calves from the last, 107 was 4th, and 112 was 5th. The class now in the ring are the Winter Heifer Calves. The All-Wisconsin Trophy is sponsored by Locust Vista Holstein, Steve Frunk. The Reserve All-Wisconsin by the La Crosse County Holstein Breeders. The Junior All-Wisconsin by the Clark County Junior Holstein Association.
She was showing a female.
But she's not a junior.
Yeah,
so she
she can't be junior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was senior heifer, but it's,
So,
Yeah, okay.
first junior, 107 would be the second junior, then, huh?
She's second junior.
Okay.
And then 208 is first junior.
208. We just have a correction in that first junior-owned animal and second junior-owned animal. The first junior exhibited animal is entry number 208, MS Genteration SK Cha-Cha, exhibited by PHL&M Nelson of Ellsworth. And the second junior goes to Cole, Ava Campbell, and Royce Booth of Plymouth, Wisconsin, with Linville Reality Miley Red.
Have you ever think about doing I would try to call Janet and have lunch with her one day to go over stuff for Expo. I'd like you to come over.
I'm standing at ringside here with a show, so I got helping keeping the ring clean. He has a remarkable resemblance to a very nice picture on the corner of this building. I think. Who are you, young man?
I'm Jerry Lang. Thank you.
Okay, Jerry Lang. This is the Jerry Lang Show Palace. He did contribute a lot of money to it, but as we see, he does a lot more than that. We got him here helping us with the show here today, and we are so appreciative here in Wood County. It was 8 years ago when we hosted the State Holstein Show, and we had it in the hockey arena. So, Jer, what would the show be like today when it's nearly 100 if we would have been showing over in the hockey arena today?
I'd feel sorry for every single individual animal, and then the people after that. That was not very nice to show in. But that's all we had at that time until we got this baby built, and we are so overjoyed with all the people that came through with donations for this building, and we still get some once in a while, man.
I know as a Wood County Holstein group here, when we hosted that show, we had to haul in the base for the floor and haul it all out and dust it again. And we probably wouldn't have hosted this if we didn't have this wonderful facility to work with here. And so I would ask the crowd to give Jerry a round of applause for all that he's done for us here in our county.
Thank you, Matt. It's very nice.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Put it on the first like 4. That's all. Cool. You right?
didn't for my mom or inside. Probably could have used some. It was kind of rusty. She used it. Yeah. Good. She's nice. I'm a lot better. Oh, that's good. She's a nice cat. She got so tired around here. I thought, no. She's so lively all the way around. Yeah. So she went, I'm tired. I was like, no baby. Those babies are like that. I was like, the kid came in. She was, all of a sudden, like, really good. I was like, pretty nice people. Thank you, love. Thank you. Oh, good. We're ready. Yes,
My eyes are so hot.
So you're close to bad enough? Close to bad enough?
I can't see.
Well, I guess it's pretty darn
It's
good.
not that it's not that obvious. And it just break it apart.
Like pixelated kind of.
That's really obvious. Yeah, right now, now, see it.
Our judge has completed his placing in the winter heifer calf class. Placing third in the class is entry number 317, Bella Ridge Go For It, exhibited by Lynn and Sarah Harbaugh and K&S Lair of Marion, Wisconsin. Second to entry number 324, also first junior and first junior bred and owned, Hobby Hill Apple Lana, exhibited by Riley Miller of Orfordville. And the winning entry and first bred and owned is entry number 302, Seamers Destry Joy Red, exhibited by CJJJ C&L Seamers, Newton, Wisconsin. And now to Judge Karskaden for his comments.
Well, another really fine class of calves, right down to the bottom of the class. But at the top, this red calf for me wins very handily today. The minute this calf entered the ring as the first animal in the ring, being the youngest, she is a calf that just grabs you with her style and her correctness. She's so correct in the way she moves on her hind legs. She's just put together part to part so well today, wins the class quite handily. She has an advantage over this big, strong calf following in second. She's just in a little better condition today. She's slightly more feminine throughout. She's longer and cleaner in her neck, just a little cleaner back through her pins and her thighs. But take nothing away from this big, massive calf walking out in second place. What a frame on this calf. When you get up on her and appreciate her size and her strength throughout. She's so hard through the loin, right up through her shoulder as well, and that's what takes her over this next calf. She just has an advantage through that front end. She's wider in her chest. When you pull these two side by side, she has so much more depth to her body, particularly up through that fore-rib region over this pretty calf following in third. And the calf in third over the calf in fourth. She has an advantage through her rump. She's wider through her pins. She's more correct through that tail setting and pin setting over a real pretty calf following out in fourth place. And the calf in fourth over this white calf in fifth. I prefer the bone in her leg today. I prefer the way she handles herself on the move over this big angular white calf in fifth. And the calf in fifth over the calf in sixth. The closer placing here. I think this white calf for me today is just wider in her chest, showing me more length from nose to tail and just a little more correct in the way she moves on her hind legs. But a great class of calves, a beautiful red calf at the top.
Reading down your catalog, entry number 301 did not show. 302 was the winning entry and first bred known, Seamers Destry Joy Red. 303 was 8th. 304 was 13th. 305 was 23rd. 306 was 16th. 307 did not show. 308 was 20th. 309 was 14th. 310 and 311 did not show. 312 was 21st. 313 was 4th. 314 was 11th. 315 did not show. 316 was 12th. 317 was 3rd. 318 was 7th. 319 was 15th. 320 was 6th. 321 did not show. 322 was 9th. 323 was 24th. 324 was 2nd, the first junior and first junior bred known for Riley Miller of Orfordville. 325 did not show. 326 was 18th. 327 was 10th. 328 and 29 did not show. 330 was 19th. 331 was 22nd. 332 was 17th. And there was one additional entry. 333 placed 5th and the second junior. Her name was Seamers Guthrie Hyazdal, exhibited by CJJJ C&L Seamers of Newton, Wisconsin. The class now in the ring are the fall heifer calves. The All-Wisconsin trophy is donated by Bar Russ Holsteins, Russell and Barb Ridge. Reserve All-Wisconsin by the Winnebago County Holstein Breeders. The Junior All-Wisconsin by Second Look Holsteins. Also, I'd like to remind all exhibitors that we do have a professional photographer set up here just south of the show ring. It's under the big, large tree there, so you can actually be in the shade a little bit. There's a breeze that we can all feel. So please, if you'd like to be professionally photographed today when these heifers look their best, please look up Sybil Fisher. She's got a full crew and she's ready to take photos.
Yeah, I know.
board members, Dan Knassen, and he also was Four of a Kind Partners, was a sponsor of one of the spring barn meetings this spring. A number of you were able to make that right here in District 4. Just in the ag review, some very nice publicity for Wisconsin Holstein breeders. So Dan, a few thoughts on how the barn meeting and that whole process went for you this spring?
Well, it was indeed a pleasure to have as many people out as we did to the farm. It was a little cooler than it is today, definitely. We hope you folks can take 3 days of heat here in central Wisconsin.
So I mentioned you're part of the District 4 group. They were a very generous sponsor here for our Wood Area Holstein breeders for this show. What makes District 4 be able to sponsor a group such as ours is the summer event sale that that they do every year. Any thoughts to when that's coming up soon? Any thoughts on that?
Well, we'd certainly like to invite everybody to come out to Twin Bee Farms, Floyd and Lloyd Bauman's farm up in Marathon County on the 26th of July, which is next week, Thursday night. And you're right, Matt, that is a tremendous fundraiser for District 4 and why we were able to sponsor the meal tonight.
And we're certainly very appreciative here in our group of that support. So just to mention about that meal, it will be served shortly after the show is completed this afternoon. We're actually going to be serving in the same area where the show ring is right now, so it's going to take us a little time to set up and so forth. But if you're wondering where that, a few short minutes after the show was concluded, right here in the show ring. So I'd like to thank you all for coming and joining us for that. And again, I'd like to thank District 4 for being such a good sponsor of the stage show. Thanks, Dan.
exhibited by Bud John Farms and Joe Keatsman, Lamira. Second to entry number 405, D-Force GW Atwood Anaconda, exhibited by Orville Kemenick of Brandon. And the winning entry also is a junior-owned, junior exhibited animal and junior bred and owned, is entry number 411, Seamers Destre Sunray Gal, exhibited by CJJJ CNL Seamers of Newton, Wisconsin. And now to Judge Karskaden for his comments.
Well, another really fine class of calves here, and quite honestly, a calf that wins the class very easily. The hardest part for me in this class was finding something to stand beside her. This calf, when you analyze her from one end to the other, she's so correct, she's so upstanding. But it's the last thing you think about is her size, because she is so correct throughout. She has that advantage over the next calf, a calf that for me is just longer in her body. She's longer from her nose to her tail. She's just a little more feminine, longer up through that head and neck, and handles her hind legs slightly better than this extremely correct calf moving out in second place. And that is why this calf is in second place. For me, she's the most complete calf of the next group that I have out here. Handles herself very well, holds herself together well at all times. She has that advantage over the next calf. She has more width, more depth to her forerib, more strength throughout. And when you view these two heifers from behind, she's wider through her pins and just showing me just slightly more spring and strength throughout, spring to her rib today over this beautiful feminine dairy calf falling out in third. And this calf in third over the next larger calf in fourth. When these two calves pull into line, this calf in third just holds herself together so much more correctly. She's stronger up through her total loin and through her whole top line today, but taking nothing away from the big frame and open rib on this fourth place calf. That is what takes her over the next calf. She's showing me more width at both ends, both through her chest and back through her pins, handling all four legs slightly better than this extremely dairy calf walking out in fifth place. And the calf in fifth over the calf in sixth, just a little more width through her pins today. She's handling her hind legs better at all times and showing me just more width to her chest and depth to her forerib over this pretty angular calf falling out in sixth place. A real nice class, a real handy winner at the top.
For those of you that are marking your catalog, there were 23 fall calves. 401 did not show. 402 was eighth. 403 was third. 404 did not show. 405 was second for Orville Kemenick. 406 was 12th. 407 did not show. 408 was 9th. 409 was 13th and the second junior for Paige Voskul of Brandon. 410 was 6th. 411 was the winning entry, first junior and first bred and owned and junior bred and owned. Seamers Destre Sunray Gal. 412 was 21st, 413 was 7th, 414 did not show, 415 was 4th, 416 was 15th, 417 was 22nd, 418 and 19 did not show, 420 was 17th, 421, 22, 23, 24, and 25 did not show. 426 was 10th, 427 was 14th, 428 did not show, 429 was 20th, 430 did not show, 431 was 19th, 432 was 16th, 433 was 23rd, 434 was 18th, 435 placed 11th. Her name was Duckett Fever Trendy, exhibited by Mike and Julie Duckett and Andrew Beach of Rudolph, Wisconsin. And 436 was 5th. Her name was Milk Source Jasper Ellen, exhibited by M. Linvit, D. Lawson, and T. Zellner of Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. Class now in the ring are the Summer Yearlings, the All-Wisconsin Trophy, sponsored by Fisherdale Holsteins, the Reserve All-Wisconsin by Four of a Kind Partners, and the Junior All-Wisconsin by Verclair Holsteins. exhibited by CJJJ Seavers of Newton. And the winning entry is entry number 508, Strands Home Gold Saffron, exhibited by Jordan Whitney Ebert of Algoma. And now our judge, Brian Karskat, for his comments.
Well, any of you here that have seen me judge before know that this first heifer sends tingles up my spine. This is a beautiful summer yearling, and this is how summer yearlings are supposed to look at this time of year. She's so feminine, she's so long, she's so balanced throughout, and she owns the ring. She has so much correctness all the way through, and she has that over this next heifer. Just a little more of that uphill run and style when you see these two heifers in the move. She's cleaner down through the bone of her leg and just handles herself slightly better in that regard over this big, powerful heifer walking out in second place. And the heifer in second, it is that power that she uses to her advantage to go over this next long dairy heifer in third. She's wider in her chest. She's wider in her thurls and back through her pins, showing me just more overall strength and just slightly better in the way she handles her hind legs when on the move over this long black heifer in third. And the heifer in third over a smoother heifer in fourth. She has more dariness today. She's longer in her frame, longer in her neck, and just showing me more femininity and quality throughout over this well-balanced heifer following out in fourth. And the heifer in fourth over the youngest heifer in the class in fifth. She has an advantage in overall width and strength throughout. She's a heifer that shows me just more length from one end to the other over an extremely correct angular heifer born July the 20th, walking out in fifth place. And it is that angularity that takes her over the next heifer. She's sharper up through her shoulder. She's cleaner all the way through, just a little silkier looking through her hide over this big strong heifer in sixth. A real nice class. Congratulations.
For those of you that are marking your catalog in that summer yearlings, there were 13. 501 was fifth. 502, 3, and 4 did not show. 505 was seventh in the second junior for Kayla Kruger of Marion. 506 was ninth. 507 was sixth. 508 was the winning entry, Strands Home Gold Saffron, exhibited by Jordan and Whitney Ebert of Algoma. 509 did not show. 510 was 12th. 511 was second, the first junior and the first bred known, Seamers Fever High a Dream, exhibited by CJJJ Seamers of Newton. 512 was 11th. 513 did not show. 514 was third. 515 was 10th. 516 was 13th. 517 was fourth. And 518 was eighth. The class now in the ring is the Spring Yearlings. The All-Wisconsin Trophy is sponsored by the Fond du Lac County Holstein Breeders. The Reserve All-Wisconsin by Our Favorite Holsteins. And the Junior All-Wisconsin by the Polk County Holstein Breeders. Six was third junior?
Yeah, and 515 was fourth, I believe.
Okay.
I don't know, they just missed Kyle.
Yeah, evidently. And then Cody Miller was fourth.
Junior was.
Okay, we're gonna do a junior bred known before junior.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
champion Red Knoll, junior show, junior champion open show, or junior show, junior champion open show. So just as it is in the book.
I wonder if it really looks really well. Or third.
Okay. Okay.
I totally missed him.
I'm gonna look back now at it. I thought I saw him out.
I'm just like, he was out there. That's when I missed. Right, so I put him down. Yeah, not here.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why there's three of us.
Yeah.
One of us kept talking.
Well, and I just. Not gonna say.
We need to take it over to the we can take it off.
Oh, I see.
You've got all those junior Red Knolls.
She has a junior. I have open.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about it, and then I'm like, what? Right, right, there's
It's what?
You're lying about it's not good kicking. Not a big class.
Duct tape will work. Masking tape.
Our judges completed his placings in the spring yearling class. Placing third in the class is entry number 609, Valhaven Alley Braxton Miracle, exhibited by CJJJ C&L Seamers of Newton. Second in the class goes to entry number 604, Budjon Dake Damien Essence, exhibited by Harbaugh Ryan and Ebert Enterprises of Marion. And the winning entry is entry number 610, Crack Home Fever Heat Island, exhibited by Milk Source Genetics, Kaukauna, Wisconsin. And now to our judge, Karskadin, for his comments.
Well, another good class of heifers here, and I think a real fine pair of heifers at the top of the class. I think it's close. However, this white heifer for me today, I prefer her through her front end. She's just slightly sharper up at her shoulder. She blends together a little nicer up in that area for me today. She's a heifer, when you view them from the side, has just a little more length from nose to tail. I do believe the white heifer does have an ability to flex her hock just slightly more correctly as well over this black heifer in second. Taking nothing away from this heifer in second, you really have to admire her length of neck, her style, the width she has back through that rump. And she uses that style to her advantage, the way she handles her hind legs as well to go over this big white heifer following out in third place. And the heifer in third over another tall heifer in fourth. She has an advantage in width today and depth of body. She's deeper in both her fore or rear rib. She's wider up through her chest today and just cleaner down through the bone of her leg over this massive heifer walking out in fourth. And this heifer in fourth, you really have to admire her length and her size today. She uses that to her advantage to go over the next heifer. She's also slightly better in the way she handles her hind legs over the smaller heifer in fifth. And the heifer in fifth over the youngest heifer in the class following out in sixth. She had just a little more femininity today. She's longer in her neck, just a little more length from one end to the other over this very correct heifer born the end of May following out in sixth place. A real nice class. Congratulations.
For those of you marking your catalog, there were 9 spring yearlings. Entry number 601 was 6th, 602 was 7th, and the first junior bred owned animal for Kyle Natsky. 603 was 8th, 604 was 2nd for Harbaugh, Ryan, and Ebert Enterprises. 605 was 9th, 606 did not show. 607 was 4th and the second junior for Abriana Eartham of Lancaster. 608 was 5th, 609 was 3rd and the first junior for CJJJ C&L Seamers, and 610 Crack Home Fever Heat Island, owned by Milk Source Genetics, was the winning entry. The class now in the ring is the Winter Yearlings, the All-Wisconsin Trophy, sponsored by the Barron County Holstein Breeders, the Reserve All-Wisconsin by Kepridge Farms, Lonnie and Dana Kepler, and the Junior All-Wisconsin by Scientific Holsteins, Matt and Mandy Nunes.
Here at ringside with one of the people that's very instrumental to helping this show go off. Someone that's been involved here with the Marshfield Fair and Wisconsin Holstein for a long time, Roger Hegg. What do they got you doing here this year with the show, Roger?
Well, I'm working with the milk house. I've always worked with the milking end of it. So this year I'm back working on the milking end.
And you got some help with you? Who's helping you out there?
Well, my son Tim is the main cog, but we have 3 young men that are, I don't know if they're around here, but 3 Weber boys, and they're helping us too. I don't know if you've seen them.
So I think you, years ago, you were superintendent of our open class show here at Marshfield, and did you pass it on to Tim? How many animals do we have come here for that show?
I think we're around 400 to 450 animals. Isn't that correct? Or have I stretched it a little?
No, I think you're right in there, Roger. So we have quite a show here, and I hope you appreciate the buildings we have on the grounds here. But that show is really what makes that possible, is that we have to find the ring and so forth for that. And Roger and Tim have been a big part of that. We were really proud of our show we have here in central Wisconsin. And I know at one time you were on the State Holstein board years ago, and you've seen a few different state shows come here to Marshfield.
The third one, isn't it? But anyway, I've went to state shows many years all over the state, so I think we've got as good a facilities as anyone right now.
And we're also central. That seems to help out as well too. So Roger, I did hear a comment. They said that Roger, he just doesn't ever change. So that was quite a compliment to you. And I'd just like to say thank you so much for helping make this show happen. And we really appreciate all you're doing for it. Thanks a lot, Roger.
Thank you. I'm sure glad you brought it to Marshfield again. You're on the state board now, so thank you too.
Well, we're really grateful for everyone to come here to Marshfield. We hope you're enjoying the show. Thanks a lot. You're next.
The day you bring that up, then I'll
Yeah, there you go.
Good afternoon, exhibitors. For those of you who have campers in the campgrounds over the period of the show here, the fair office has taken up license plates numbers either today or tomorrow during fair office hours. Please go up there and pay for your table permit. It'd be appreciated by the fair office. They did take off the license plates of the campers and trailers that are back to that are not in your record. Thanks.
We do have our Wisconsin Holstein Association president that's working in the ring, Mr. Todd Stanek from Fall Creek, Wisconsin. Todd owns our favorite Holsteins along with his son Cade, and they have a really outstanding herd and operation. And Todd, as the president, would you like to welcome the crowd here?
Well, I'd like to welcome everybody to the state show. Hopefully you keep cool, find some refreshments today, and enjoy yourself and have a good time.
Again, I'd like to remind all of the exhibitors that we do have photographers on the fairgrounds here, graphics, Sarah Damrell set up and take pictures on the southeast end of the show ring. So if you want to have a photo for graphics, you can certainly avail yourself of that. We also have Civil Fisher, who's also set up on the fairgrounds, on the south side of the fairgrounds under the large tree there. And again, both of them have their crew and certainly would be willing to take the photos of these animals looking their best. Judges completed his placing in the winter yearling class. Placing third in the class is entry number 709, Ducat P. Lucky Red, exhibited by Milk Source Genetics, Kaukauna. Second in the class is 708, Seamers Dundee Golden One, exhibited by CJJJ CNL Seamers of Newton. And the winning entry and first bred known is entry number 705, Scientific Donatella Ray, exhibited by Matt Nunes of Chippewa Falls. And now to Judge Karskaden for his comments.
Well, a real nice class of intermediate yearlings here, and I think a heifer, the longer I watch her out here, the easier it becomes for me to have her at the top. I just really appreciate her hardness of frame throughout. She's angular, she combines that with an adequate amount of width and an adequate amount of femininity throughout as well. She has an advantage over this heifer in second. She's longer, more feminine up through her head and neck today, just showing me a slightly cleaner bone throughout over this powerful, strong loined heifer following out in second place. And it is that strength of loin that takes her over this next red heifer. I do feel this placing is a close one. However, I feel this heifer in second for me today, just showing, holding her top together, showing more strength throughout, all the way through the class over this wide pinned red heifer following out in third place. And this heifer uses that width of pins to go over this next heifer. She's longer from hooks to pins. She's wider back through her pins, and she moves out more correctly on her hind legs than does this open rib black heifer following out in fourth. And the heifer in fourth over the next strong heifer following next, she has an advantage in her pin setting today. She's more ideal in her thorough placement and pin setting today over this big, powerful, open-ribbed heifer following in fifth. And the heifer in fifth over the red heifer in sixth. She uses that openness and depth to her body to go over this straight-line red heifer following out in sixth. Just more angularity when you view them from behind today, and more spring and openness and depth to that barrel over this long-frame red heifer following in sixth. A real nice class of heifers. Congratulations.
For those of you marking your catalogs, there were 15 winter yearlings. Reading down your catalog, entry number 701 was 12th. 702 and 703 did not show. 704 was 5th, the first junior and the first junior bred known for Cassandra and Elizabeth Endress of Wanakee. 705 was a winning entry and the first bred known from Scientific Donatella Ray from Matt Nunes of Chippewa Falls. 706 was 4th. 707 did not show. 708 was 2nd. 709 was 3rd. 710 was 6th. 711 was 8th. 712 was 9th. 713 did not show. 714 was 13th. 715 was 10th. 716 did not show. 717 was 14th. 718 was 7th, and the second junior for Kristen and Jenna Brogy of Janesville. 719 was 15th. 720 was 11th. Her name was Meyerlane Catamount, exhibited by Don and Elizabeth Meyer of Bloomer, Wisconsin. The class now in the ring are the fall yearlings. The All-Wisconsin Trophy is sponsored by the Vernon County Holstein Breeders, the Reserve All-Wisconsin by the Marathon County Holstein Breeders, and the Junior All-Wisconsin by Moss Oak Holsteins, the Morris Cooper family. Just to let all the exhibitors know, after the fall yearling class, we'll have our junior champion bred known class, then the junior champion of the junior show, then the junior champion of the open show, and then the junior best three females. So after the fall yearlings, junior champion bred known of the junior show, junior champion junior show, junior champion open show, and junior best three females. exhibitors. The next class in the ring will be our junior bred known, so we need to have an animal in that class. We need to have them. Entry number 112, 506, 602, 704. We're looking for those animals in the next class.
Just one of the
Placements in the fall yearling class. Placing third in the class is entry number 806, Charwill Attic Marcy, exhibited by Peter and Lynn Vale and Bud John Farms of Lamira. Second in the class goes to entry number 812, Unique Alexander Resist, exhibited by Milk Source Genetics of Kakana. And the winning entry and first bred known is entry number 816, Tompkins Mr. Burns Sizzler Red, exhibited by Brody Bunkelman of Edgar, Wisconsin. And now to Judge Carskadden for his comments.
Well, a real nice class of dry yearlings here in middle of July. Some heifers that are at various stage of gestation here. And this red heifer leading off the class for me is the one that exhibits the most daringness, angularity today. She's a heifer when you view her from a distance or up front. You just admire her femininity, her length of body, and her quality throughout. It's that takes her over this next big, powerful heifer following in second place. This heifer's showing me just a little more cleanliness up through her head and neck, down through, back through her thigh today. But this heifer in second, this is the one I would take home in this class and calve in and expect to dance on the colored shavings in October. I'm not sure. This young lady wasn't sure when this heifer was due, but she looks great underneath, and with so much power and strength and angularity, this could be a great, great milking yearling this fall. She has that advantage over the next heifer in that she has more strength today. She has more depth to her body. She's stronger up through that shoulder region, and when you view her from the side, side and from behind. She has more spring, depth, and openness to that barrel over this feminine, long-framed, stylish heifer walking out in third place. And this heifer in third, I would designate her as the best-legged foot and leg heifer in the class. Moves out beautifully on those hind legs. She has an advantage over the next heifer, another good-legged heifer in fourth, in that she's just more feminine throughout. She's longer through her head and neck. In fact, she's longer from nose to tail over a very, very correct heifer following out in fourth place. The heifer in fourth uses that correctness to her advantage to go over the youngest heifer in the class following out in fifth place. She's more ideal in the way she handles her hind legs, both when standing and on the move. However, this black heifer, I really admire her openness and her dariness, and that's what takes her over this big, strong heifer following her out in sixth. More quality throughout today, just a little better show condition than this straight line correct heifer following out in sixth place. But a real nice class of yearlings. Congratulations.
Oh, for a champion? Like for a champion?
For those of you marking your catalog, there were 15 fall yearlings. 801 was fifth, 802 was seventh, 803 was sixth, 804 and 805 did not show, 806 was third, 807 was eighth, 808 was ninth, number 809 was 11th, 810 was 10th, 811 was fourth in the second junior for HK and C. Vosters and CM&S Ostrom of Kaukauna. 812 was second for Milk Source Genetics. 813 did not show. 814 was 14th. 815 was 13th. 816 was the winning entry, first junior, first bred and owned for Brody Bunkelman. 817 did not show. 818 was 15th. And 819 was 12th. Her name is Badger Bradle, exhibited by Cody Zachary and Nathan Meyer of Unity, Wisconsin. The class now in the ring is the champion bred and owned of the juniors. Each of these are bred and owned by this junior exhibitor. The trophy here is sponsored by the Jackson County Holstein Breeders. Leading our parade is our spring heifer calf, entry number 112, Oh My Dempsey Molly, exhibited by Chase and Willow Omekan. In the open spring heifer calf, the winning entry for junior bred and owned was 208. DLS Gem Terror Reflection SK Cha-Cha, exhibited by PH, L, and M. Nelson. The winter heifer calf, the first junior bred and owned, was 324, Hobby Hill Appalana, exhibited by Riley Miller. The bred and owned fall heifer calf was 411, Seamers Destry Sunray Gal, exhibited by CJJJ C&L Seamers. The bred and owned summer yearling is 506, Crestbrook Atlantic Varmint, exhibited by Kyle Natsky. The bred and owned spring yearling was 602, Crestbrook Gap Tory, exhibited by Kyle Natsky and Laura Finley. The bred and owned winter yearling is 704, Berry Ridge GW Atwood Spice, exhibited by Cassandra and Elizabeth Endres. And the bred and owned fall yearling is 814, Willow's Edge Lauren Minion, exhibited by Jordan and Claire Van Dyke. These animals are bred and owned by these junior exhibitors. Let's give them a nice round of applause. I believe Judge Karskadden is ready to name our junior champion bred and owned.
Well, I've went ahead and asked the winning entrant in this class to come to the middle here. But before I talk about her, I just want to commend these junior members for breeding these animals that all placed in the top 5. We have our 3rd place junior calf. We have our 2nd place intermediate calf. We have our 5th place winter yearling. Congratulations to all of you. Not only have you shown them and done a great job doing that, but you also bred these heifers. Congratulations to all of you. And this heifer in the middle of the ring, I think a fairly easy champion in this junior bred and owned class. An outstanding senior calf, a calf that won her class handily, a calf that you have to admire for her correctness throughout. There's very, very few flaws in this calf here today. Congratulations.
And the junior champion bred and owned of the junior show is entry number 411, Seamers Destre Sunray Gal, exhibited by CJJJC&L Seamers, Newton, Wisconsin. Next class in the ring will be our junior champion of the junior show. The junior champion trophy is sponsored by Ranrose Holsteins, Corey Geiger and Krista Knigge. Reserve junior champion by Accelerated Genetics. Entering the ring then will be our spring heifer calf winners for the 10 and under group. The entry was 107, Linvale Reality Miley Red, exhibited by Cole, Ava Campbell, and Royce Booth. In the second junior in the 10 and under group was Oh My Dempsey Molly, exhibited by Chase and Willow O'Mecken. In the junior in the open class of spring heifers was entry number 208, MS Generation SK Cha-Cha, exhibited by PHL and M Nelson. The second junior is 107, Linvale Reality Miley Red. In the winter heifer calf, the winning entry of the juniors was 324, Hobby Hill Apple Lana, exhibited by Riley Miller. Second to 333, Seamers Guthrie Haya Zadal, exhibited by CJJJC&L Seamers. In the fall calf, the winning junior was 411, Seamers Destre Sunray Gal, exhibited by CJJC&L Seamers. And the second junior was 409, Ryan View Braxton Expo, exhibited by Paige Voskel. In the summer yearling, the winning junior was 511, Seamers Fever Haya Dream, exhibited by CJJJC&L Seamers. And second to 505, Kruger Crest Damian Stevie, exhibited by Kayla Kruger. In the spring yearlings, the junior was 609, Belhaven Ollie Braxton Miracle, exhibited by CJJJC&L Seamers. And second is 607, Santana Tamara Patrick, exhibited by Abriana Ertham. In the winning yearlings, the winning junior was 704, Berry Ridge GW Atwood Spice, exhibited by Chrysanda and Elizabeth Endress. And second was 718, Brunland Sanchez Dakota, exhibited by Kristen and Jenna Brogy. In the fall yearlings, the winning junior was 816, Tompkins Mr. Burns Sizzler Red, exhibited by Brody Bunkelman. And second was 811, Milk Source Lewis Auburn, exhibited by HK&C Vosters and C.M&S Ostrom. These are the animals that are competing for our junior champion of the junior show. Let's give them a nice round of applause. now for our selection of the junior champion of the junior show, Judge Ryan Karskat. Well, first of all, how about a great round of applause for all these junior exhibitors? Not just the exhibitors, junior exhibitors that are in the middle of the ring here for champion, but all the ones back in the barn that are getting ready for tomorrow that don't happen to be in the middle. I think it takes a lot of work, especially when it's near 100 degrees out, and they deserve a lot of credit for doing the job they did today. For junior champion, I've selected 4 animals to put in the middle here for junior champion of the junior show. We have our December calf that was second in class, a calf that I believe, get a little weight off this calf, has a lot of potential. A calf, you admire her overall scale and size and strength and sweep to her rib. Our September calf, I talked about her being nearly flawless. Our senior yearling, a red one here that you admire her quality, her dariness, her angularity. And the 4th place senior yearling within that big, great senior yearling class. So correct all the way through, just not quite the scale and angularity of our winning heifer. For junior champions today, when I'm making junior champions, I usually try to look for the one that is the most correct. And one that has the eye appeal, and today that is this white calf right here. Congratulations. She will be your junior champion over this big, massive dairy red senior yearling for reserve. Congratulations. It comes down to correctness today. For me, she's more ideal through that back end, particularly the way she handles her hind legs. She's slightly tighter and stronger up through that shoulder region over this angular open heifer for reserve. For honorable mention, I would come down to this 2nd place senior yearling in the junior division here for honorable mention. Congratulations. I think you all deserve a lot of credit, and I look forward to a great junior show on the cows tomorrow. And our junior champion junior show is entry number 411, Heifers.